congruent and harmonious.
Are they quite similar?
They're actually synonymous. What does synonymous mean? Sorry, congruent means yes, harmonious. Sorry, it's a stupid phrase. Picked up from university, yeah.
It's a tautology, another word which nobody will understand.
Yeah, exactly.
my point actually.
Congruent and harmonious don't mean the same thing. No, I wouldn't agree with
Well,
that. Congruent is being in delivering what you say you're going to do, or what your morals are, being living your morals, or it's not the same thing as harmonious. It's similar.
Congruence definitely.
Is incongruent? Sorry, isn't Steffi? Whether it was incongruent to speak with such enthusiasm and have a talk about something that was very quiet.
Let's move on from this.
Well, no,
I actually think the meaning of the words is less important to my point than the fact that they are difficult words for many people in our audience. That's the point I'm raising for you. And I would advise simplicity where possible for all our sakes. Right. Let's move on to Peter on Steffi. Peter does this so well. He starts with, Steffi is going to be one of the personalities. He starts with an interesting line. Now you'll notice I didn't say I always start with something that's an attention grabber. And so I went up there and I ringed picture, and then I gave you a well-known phrase or saying on the subject. One should be able to do that on almost any subject, by the way. And I warmly commend all of us to start doing that. I have a file called quotations in my words, and it's now pages long. I collect these, and I have key headings, and they just build up onto the headings. One of them, interestingly, is success and failure. I must have 20 quotations on success or failure. Failure isn't falling down, failure is staying down. I could go on and on with ideas like that. So you give me any idea and I'll have something I can pull out of it. And it's a wonderful gift for each of you to take away tonight and start building that idea. Peter gave Steffi two very nice suggestions, a little too loud. The title, Surprise, is too cryptic. Yes, I always commend a cryptic title as the way to go. But that was too cryptic. and Peter was absolutely right. And so he gives really an outstanding evaluation. Every evaluation, in my view, should have at least 2 and ideally 3 useful, usable suggestions. That's the goal. Nitty on Sonia. She had also, where's Nitty? She had 1 recommended. As opposed to 1 suggestion. But she did have, actually, 2 suggestions. One to throw away the notes and the other was to give it more oomph, which was the way she went. Baumik on table topics. Baumik did very well on table topics to get through so quickly, I have to say. And he used the word commend correctly. He said, I commend you to do something. Well done. I'm not banning the word, I'm just saying when we use it, let's use it correctly. But I think you said, I commend you, that's what you said, that's quite right. Okay. Bobby is such a charmer, and he is a major asset to this club already. And when he learns the times, he'll be even more of an asset. Chris, our counter, perfect. Took all the advice that we gave you at the beginning, stuck to your brief. Could have given us a little more on crutch words. We heard all about the R's and the various ways of using R, a few more of the crutch words, but you picked up Bobby's yeah. That was fun. Ginto picked up many picturesque expressions. I enjoyed you using the word that way yourself. You used the audience over this word deconcentrating, as you've seen me using the audience. Well done for doing that. It's an excellent technique. And I come to the end of a general evaluation by repeating a well-known phrase phrase or saying of my own. And it applies to everything we do, whatever we do. Ginto fell foul of it at the end by suggesting that we hadn't heard everything, couldn't write everything down, was the phrase you used. When you are up here, this is a very valuable piece of advice on which I'm going to end. Never explain and never apologise. Madam Toastmaster.